Hi everyone, it's 4:15 a.m. I am en route to go meet up with Neil because we are going up the line. Oh yes, we are going out of the county today, and Neil is going to be fitted for some new irons. Who with? Ping? Callaway? Titleist? No. We are going to Orca Golf HQ. Welcome to Neil Allen's 4x40. So Neil, we are at Orca HQ.
We are indeed.
We're in Wingfield, near Leighton Buzzard, I believe.
We are many miles away from home.
Many miles from home, but the journey was, well, relatively easy so far.
Smooth so far.
Smooth so far.
Yeah, it was good.
Hopefully your swing will be today.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So, the question everyone's going to ask, and I had to ask it on the way here, why Orca?
I've seen their products online. I've seen it for many years. I can't remember which model it was. Many years ago, tried one of their irons, and it felt really good. And I want to get a good fitting. So, I mean, Alex is well known as being one of the best fitters out there for clubs, builder of clubs, and yeah, their customer service is fantastic. I know that 12 months down the line I can come back and they'll check my lies, check my lofts. You know, it's just the little things that they do.
It's the personal service.
It is, yeah, it's the personal service rather than, hello Mr. Neil, you know, come and buy our clubs, then you get a problem, oh no, sorry, can't help you, go back to your pro or whatever, and you just don't get that customer service there, like, with it really, do you?
I think with Orca, well, a lot of bits I know about Orca, because again I know very little about them, but obviously we've seen them on various different bits and pieces of social media that we notice. Yeah, Alex is a very genuine guy.
Yeah.
And I think for me, again, it's the personal service. It's like you can come back, and they say it. You're an Orca-ite. An
Orca-ite, yeah.
So you're here for life. So once you're kind of here, they work around you, and they're just open and approachable at all times. And isn't that brilliant?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what you need, isn't it? Really.
Okay, so we're gonna do a fly on the wall video.
Yeah.
We just spoke to Alex, like he said. Ask questions as you go. But hopefully you can enjoy this video. It will be as long as it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the fitting is. We know no more than that. We've never been to a fitting with Orca.
I say my last club fitting was 2003, which was a 15-minute thing. So
exactly. Let's see what happens.
Should we get inside?
Golf. Let's go inside.
Let's do it.
I'm not here to tell you what you're going to have. Okay. Ultimately, I know this might sound crass. I couldn't care less what you choose. It's not my golf. It's your irons, they're your golf. It's your golf. But what we will do is build them exceptionally well. Okay, so everything we do is backed by data. It's not you need to have this iron because it's the best, it's the most expensive. That's not what it's about. It's about you giving you the tools to go and enjoy your golf, play the best golf.
Yeah.
And in 6 months' time, you'll go, do you know what, mate? Those irons are phenomenal. I've shaved 2 shots off my handicap. That's the goal, not having a good-looking iron in your bag. Yeah, they look great on the tee, but crap coming out of the woods. Do you know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. It's not the way it should be. So, what we're going to do here is just check your build spec. So we're looking for the swing weight here. What length did you build these to?
I think that's
half-inch.
Standard.
Standard length. Okay. So we'll measure them to confirm. But standard length club, ideally what we want as a swing weight is D2 to D3 at most. Okay, that's just a number and a letter to you. Like, what does that mean? Every letter of the alphabet goes up, and every number, the heavier the club. Now, every swing weight, 2 to 3 grams. It's closer to 3 grams. Doesn't sound a lot, does it? 3 grams.
No, it doesn't sound a lot, does it? But
unless you're a drug dealer.
Well,
right, 3 grams is massive.
Yeah.
If you have 2 swing weights out on a club, 6 grams. It's like having a brick on the end of your iron, and it's really hard. You might be laboured if you're not quick enough. The face will be open at impact. You'll be using it right. It's game over. Your 4-iron's D2.9. That's not bad. So our tolerance, we allow 0.3 of each.
Yeah.
0.3. 0.3 is less than half a gram. It's tiny. Okay. So we're just going to check all of these just to see where they're at.
Yeah.
And the shorter the iron, Now your 4 iron down to your 9 iron, ideally they should be really, really close.
Yeah.
What happens is the shorter the club, so your wedges will always swing weight heavier, because the shorter the club, the weight moves towards the head. Okay, so there'll always be a swing weight out. And this is D4. Ooh. So that's out. But then again, you built these yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't.
So I'm not going to rip into you. If these were built by the brand, I'd be like, hang on.
Yeah.
That's D1. So we've got a right mixed bag here.
Yeah,
but that's not your fault. You wouldn't have known. You know, would you have had the tools?
I never had the access to
so
weights, etc. So
D0.2. So that's a million miles out. So you got one here at D3 and D0.2. So there's 9 grams there difference just in those alone. And that would be massive. Swing weight. Swing weight is a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. I get asked a lot, what does swing weight actually do? If a club's too heavy, head end, and you're not quick enough, as you come into the ball, the face will be open. Okay, depending on your swing path, club to target line, depending on what the ball's doing as well. But 9 times out of 10, you'll find the face is open. And if the face is open and you find it towards the heel, the ball doesn't go up the heel that way. It'll go this way.
Yeah.
Puts cut spin on, so you'll get a left to right. Okay. Vice versa, if a club's too light and you're really strong, you'll find the face will be turning over. 9 times out of 10, you hit it miles left. Yeah. D2.6. So those two there, fairly close. Your 9 iron's D4.
Yeah, heavy as well.
But yeah, a little bit too heavy. Now your pitching wedge should always, your wedges and your pitching wedge will always be half a swing weight to a swing weight heavier than the rest. Because as I said, the shorter the weight moves towards the head. But yours is D0.7.
So that's a lighter.
Yeah, it's not close. So you've got these two close, those two close, those, and that's on its own. So in the words of Bryn from Gavin and Stacey, it's a shower of
That's the one.
That's the one. So, you know, we look at your weights. Ideally, what we want to see is them all very close. Yeah. Because that eliminates build quality being an issue. Yeah. As your golf. What we have to realise is, when we fit people see the videos we've done, they go, oh, this guy's going to find me 25 yards. Not everyone will. Not everyone will. What we have to understand is what percentage of it is product is going to fix you. What percentage of it is technique? Some it might be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. Everyone is different. Okay, but having the right tools has got to. Let's tick that one off. Okay, because you know, asked again, are lessons more important than product? Is product fitting more important than lessons? They are both equally as important as each other. Yeah. Okay, I can give you clubs built for you perfectly, unless you've been or get trained to use them well, deliver it, strike it better, you're not going to get the best out of them. No. Nor will a pro, any pro, regardless if it's a tour coach to a club pro, be able to teach you how to use tools that aren't right for you to find the middle of the face, strike it better. They might give you a better routine, but the results won't massively improve if the tools aren't right. Yeah. So now what we'll do is have a little look at your 7 iron, just to look at the loft and lie. And this is where we're just checking the loft and lie to see what we're working with. Because a lot of brands, how they do it is their 7 irons are like 28 degrees or 30, and everyone thinks that's a 7 iron. It's not. It's a 6 iron or a 5 iron. So this little number here tells me the lie angle, and your current 7 iron is 62, 61 and a half. So it's about right, depending on what brand you are. It's about right, standard lie. And then the loft up here, you're actually 37 degrees. That's soft. That's incredible. That's traditional. Well, it's a bit softer than traditional. A true 7 iron loft should be 34 to 36 degrees. You're at 37. So it's a little bit weaker. Which is what it is. Most brands you would normally see them like at 30 degrees. And it was like, oh, I hit a 6 iron, or 7 iron, sorry, 190. You don't, mate. It's a 5 or a 6 iron, you know. Anyway, you got a glove?
Should grab a glove.
You play with a certain ball, Neil?
Normally use Hawaii.
Okay. Do you have some with you? Because if you play with a specific ball, we always say fit you with that ball. Because people don't realise the effect of the golf ball in terms of how many spins that can
I'm using
affect.
wax at the moment. Cool.
Hit a bunch of balls. When you feel this and ready, I'm good to go. Let me know. We'll clear it down,
Yeah.
and I get in, hit another 8 to 10, and that's what we're going to work from. Any real turds in that 8 to 10, we'll take out because I want to give this every opportunity.
Yeah, no worries. If I can line ball it straight at the corner, I don't mind.
I'm going to bother going now.
Right, feeling pretty loose.
Feel good, feel loose, feel ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we dive in, I'm going to measure your set height. I want to see what we're working with in terms of length. Standard length, how tall are you?
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, so just grip that for me. I just want to see where you're holding it. Okay. So we're just going to have a little look. I'm going to talk you through this. Leave your left arm on, take your right off. So this is, I'm just looking at length now, right? Keep hold of the club as I lift you up, and keep hold of the club as I turn your wrist. Okay. See these two white lines here?
Yep.
Big indicator. If your wrist is over past those, you're more likely to overhinge the wrists.
Yep.
If you overhinge the wrists, 9 times out of 10, depending on if you're over the top or on the inside, the likelihood is you're slightly out to win your swing path. You're going to be hitting the ball with an open face because you overhinge.
Right, okay.
Okay. So like I said earlier, you're probably finding more towards the heel,
Yep.
which is why you'll get that slight
Yeah.
left to right. Okay.
Okay.
So you're definitely, clubs are way too short by a
Yeah.
good ½ inch.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now, these warm-up shots, I'm not going to use those as your base.
Yeah.
Because that's not fair. So I want you to give me another 8 to 10.
Yeah.
And then we're going to look at those 8 to 10, and any real shockers that are skewing the numbers,
Yeah.
I want to take out because I want a fair average for your iron.
Yeah.
I want to give this club every opportunity to prove me wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 8 to 10, away you go. So there's only 3 things you can improve in a fitting wheel.
Yep.
Don't think this side of the ball, think that side of the ball. Any idea what they are?
It's going to be dispersion.
Yeah, accuracy, yeah, dispersion.
Yeah. Trajectory.
Yeah, ball fly.
And go on.
Distance and carry. They're the only 3
Yeah.
things you can improve. What are you looking for? What's the...
Looking for better dispersion,
Okay.
and any distance
Who doesn't want
is
distance,
always welcome. I mean, I hit it about average,
Okay.
so
Cool.
yeah.
So there's 3 types of fitting. Okay. There's the accuracy fit.
Yep.
There's the power fit, and then there's the optimal. If someone comes to me, I want accuracy, obviously technique's going to be a massive factor there, but with accuracy we would typically have shorter clubs that are probably a little bit more upright. That's how many people are more accurate with a wedge and 9 iron than they are a 2 iron or a fairway wood. Yeah. With a power fit, it typically means we're going to make your clubs longer, flatter. Okay, the wider the turn, the more power you're going to generate. Look at, Dustin Johnson, as I call him, hits a ball a mile. Look how tall he is. Tony Finau, guy's a giant.
Yeah.
Just the amount of arc he creates and energy is unreal.
Yeah.
McIlroy's all power, short, ground force, power. And the optimal is a blend of the 2.
Yeah.
It's about finding your optimal, okay? So if you're looking for accuracy and distance, that's pretty much an optimal fit. Well, I just want to hit it further.
Yeah. It's definitely getting the dispersion, the accuracy there is key. Quite straight.
So what's your handicap again?
We're 9.8.
9.8?
I know, yeah.
You must have a really terrible short game.
It was the other way around.
It was the other way around, yeah.
You need my book, How to Correctly Line Up Your Fourth Putt.
Typically, we're trying to get, well, Neil's trying to get down to 4
4.
in the next year or so.
Doable.
By 40.
Yeah.
We're
It's
doing it
surprising
serious.
how many people, do you know, other than technique and having the right tools, the quickest way to get down to 4 is course management.
Yeah.
The amount of amateurs that I speak to, play with, and have seen over the years, and I've had the luxury of spending time with some of the best pros in the industry, Luther at Woburn, Dan Grieve at Woburn, being around guys who are next level, is course management. It's not about smacking it 280, it's about eliminating trouble and giving yourself an easy, or there's no easy shot in golf really, an easier shot, and playing to your strengths. But, you know, par 4s, par 5s, leave yourself your favourite number into the green, always, because you're likely to stick that closer to the pin than you are with a tricky 50-yard little nibbly shot. How the way, it's course management is massive. That will help you get down. So you know, a good thing to do there is go and play with a really good, well-known pro who shoots stupid scores all the time. Might not be necessarily a pro, might be a club amateur, you know, who's like club champ or something. Goes shoots under par for fun and games. Go and see how they manage their game around the course, and just ask them, what are you playing here? Where's the bailout area? Course management is massive. You probably save yourself a shot or two around, you know. Good here. So what we're going to do is look at your numbers now with your 7 iron, which we know is slightly softer in loft, okay? And this is the important thing. So popping into here. Okay, here's your numbers, here's your average. Where it says average.
Yeah.
Any real alarming ones in there? Obviously the first.
Yeah.
We'll lose that. Anything else? Probably no. I'd say that's. We're looking for a consistency in numbers in this column first. Your ball speed, okay. Your low point 113. Your high point 119. 6 miles an hour. Okay, it's pretty big. For every mile an hour you're not on it, it's 2 to 3 yards. It's crazy, that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
1 mile an hour is costing you 2 to 3 yards. 2 miles an hour, it's half a club.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know, and you question that time, why have I come short 5 or 6 yards? Why have I gone long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you got excited and pumped it out at 2 or 3 miles an hour. So people don't really understand. Clubs are an inanimate object, okay?
Yeah.
They don't grow, they don't wake up after a bad night's sleep, they don't have a missus chewing their ear off, they just don't know it. It's an inanimate object.
Yeah.
The one constant changing variable is
Me in the swing,
yeah, have you had a good night's sleep? Did you have a good drive up?
Yeah.
Has the wife been in your ear? Have you won some money on the football? Are you happy? Yeah, that affects our golf, believe it or not. So we're looking for consistency in numbers here. Ball speed, what's the main factor that affects ball speed? Any idea?
Strike, swing speed.
Strike a little bit, strike will. But in terms of hot product, rather than you, we're thinking product here. Any idea? If you don't know, you don't know.
Shaft kick.
Okay. Have a guess, you know, you can't get it wrong. Well, you can get it wrong, but no harm in guessing. If I gave you a house brick or a pebble, and many people have heard me say this time and time again, what would you throw further?
You throw the pebble further.
Why?
Lighter.
Right, it's not rocket science, is it? The lighter, the further you're going to throw it. Okay, are you going to throw a tennis ball further than you are a shot put?
Yeah.
Okay. So in that theory, you're going to swing it quicker if I give you what kind of club?
Be a lighter.
Right.
Yeah.
So you'd think, okay, lighter the club, the further I'm going to hit it. Nonsense. If I give you a light shaft, and this is where 90% of the fitters in the world get it wrong, is light shaft, where does the weight move, hand or head?
Be head.
Which will make the club feel heavier or lighter?
Heavier. Therefore,
you would swing it slower or quicker?
Slower?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, more weight on the end here. The slower you're going to swing it.
Yes.
Fact is what it is. It's not rocket science. So therefore, it's the other way around golf. If I give you a slightly heavier shaft, it moves weight away from the head, more towards the hands, which will make the club feel
lighter.
You'll swing it
faster.
Okay, which is where the misconception is. A lot of seniors, picture the scene. I'm 65. I know I might look it. Okay. I walk like it and moan like it, but I'm 65. I walk into my local pro shop. I need some new irons. 9 times out of 10, the pro will go grab him. Big cavity graphite shaft. What are you doing? Okay, graphite is not just for seniors. Graphite's for everyone. There's really strong composites out there. It's about finding the right weight of shaft, the correct weight of shaft for you. Okay, so consistency of ball speed. Ball speed is affected in terms of product by the weight. Backspin. This is the one. Ignore what anyone else tells you. Telling you gospel. The most important figure is spin. Spin fixes everything. Okay. If you're spinning too much, what happens to the ball?
Rises up.
Not spinning it enough.
Drops out.
Spin is king. Okay. Now, true 7-iron loft, 34 degrees to 36 degrees. The spin, everyone should be aiming for this, regardless of your ability, assuming you have a good strike and good swing, is 6,000. It's 1,000 less for the number of the bottom on the iron. Bottom of the iron, okay? Based on true loft. Now, some people out there will have a 7-iron go, well, I'm spinning at 4,000 on my 7-iron. Get the loft checked. It's definitely not a 7-iron loft. We know yours is slightly weak, only by 1 degree. Okay. 7.5 spin is a little bit too much. The magic number for true 7-iron is 5,800 to 6,200. The middle, 6. But why do we allow 200 either side as a tolerance?
It's just your shot, isn't it? How you hit it.
What's the constant changing variable?
Me.
You. You're not going to deliver it twice every time the same. Okay. The magic for me is 5.8 to 6. That's the real. I like that window. But we allow it to 6,200 because, as I just said, your technique, you're delivering it different every time. Okay. Based on loft. So if you had a 7-iron that was 30 degrees aloft, which is a 6-iron, the spin you should be looking for is what?
36 irons, that'd be.
Go on. Say it. You were there?
5.
Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah.
So just because your 7-iron says 7, but it's a 6-iron loft, it should be 5,000 spin. Okay. So we need to reduce your spin. Okay, and I'll talk you through how we do that. Your next, your peak height, 34 degrees. For a 7-iron, 30 would be lovely. So the reason your peak height is a little bit high is because your spin's a little bit high. Okay. You're carrying it 166, roll out 176. That's not bad. For a weak 7-iron, that's pretty damn good. So that tells me you're strong. You're a good ball strike. You're strong. Your ball speed is there. We know that. When we look at this one here, standard deviation. Okay, this is basically just how far it deviates from an average. 1-1. It's pretty damn good. You're consistent. Distance and carry we know about. Launch angle we know is a fraction high because you spin it high. Okay. And there's your ball speed. So whenever we refer to this, you'll see lists of the ones you've hit, and we can compare. This is where the fun begins, Neil. Okay. I will not tell you what I give you.
Nope.
Because if I said, here's a blade with a Tor extra stiff shaft, your backside might go pop. Okay. Likewise, if I went, here's a cavity with a soft graphite, you'd be like, what's this clown doing? Your brain's the most powerful thing. I don't want it to have a placebo. I just want you to hit it. Give me feedback. Feels good, bad, light, heavy. You like it, you don't. Okay.
No worries.
We're gonna have a look at the heads. So we know from the data you hit a high or low ball.
High ball.
High ball. Okay. And do you understand the term COG, centre of gravity? Okay. Do you want to know what that does to the ball?
You can tell me. Okay. Elaborate on it.
So centre of gravity is where the mass is basically. Is this centre of gravity high or low?
Be low on that.
Okay, low. So what do you think that does to the ball? Sends it low or high?
Higher.
Yeah. In golf, everyone associates low with low. Low cog, low kick point. Oh, it's going to send the ball low. It's the other way around. Okay. So whenever you get a high kick point shaft, it's going to send the ball lower. If you get a high centre of gravity, it's going to send the ball lower. And understanding how they can work with your swing characteristics is massively important. So if we know you hit it high because of a low centre of gravity, what kind of head should we go into?
Higher centre of gravity.
Right. What kind of kick point shaft?
Be a higher kick point shaft.
However, you might like the low centre of gravity head, but we can combat the spin this creates by giving you a what kind of shaft?
The higher centre.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And the reason we ask is not to catch you out.
No.
It's just so you understand.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than going for a fade. Hit that, hit that, hit that. There, that's the one for you. But why?
Yeah.
So
you might,
if we look at the heads here, which RS10 is the one you like?
I had it in my head. I've got. It would be RS10 blade for pitch of wedge to 8.
Yeah.
7 to 4.
Okay.
In the CB.
CB, yeah.
Yeah, and then some form of high-headed 3-iron.
Okay. What you've got to be careful when you combo.
Yeah.
So if we look at the CB and the MB, the ones you like, okay, we'll take them out. CB, MB, two different heads, okay?
Yeah.
Centre of gravity on this is what?
This would be lower.
You sure?
Higher. Is that higher?
Sure. Just trying to catch you out.
Look at that.
Convict you. So it is low.
Yeah.
This one?
That'll be higher.
Yeah, we've removed this. The centre of gravity is at its lip. It's heel toe forgiving. So they're two different design heads. So if you combo set,
right,
what's gonna change?
You're gonna have high launching, low irons, low launching. Yeah.
But it's not me say you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Whose bag is it?
Yeah. My
yours.
bag, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But we'll get you. We'll try. So if we're looking at we'll go like for like in terms of cog.
Yeah.
And see where we can get you. Right. So this is where I'm not going to tell you what I give you. Okay. I just want you to hit it. But when you hit it, I'm looking for feedback. Feel it good, bad, light, heavy. You like it, you don't. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Okay. No worries.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay. And I will always tell you at the end what I've given you. Okay. Again, same with this. About eight shots or so.
Yeah.
8 to 10 shots. And then we'll look at the numbers. Any real shockers we'll take out. So we've got a fair average, just like we did with your existing iron. Okay.
No worries.
Go for it. Feel-wise, if there's no difference or you can't tell, that's an answer. You know,
it does feel lighter in the shaft.
Okay.
To me, it feels.
So you
like
feel like you've got more weight towards the head.
More weight towards the head, yeah.
Right, let's have a look. How many is that so far? We'll have a little look. If we need a couple more, I'll get you to do a couple more. Only because I lost count because I'm horrendous. Oh, that's pretty good. So, looking through them, pop in. Any ones highlighting in there that you think are shockers?
A couple of lefties.
Yeah. Well, there's a 104 here. Let's get that gone. Okay. Any real bad ones? Do you think there's first one probably?
There's a 913 there, which is.
What, this one here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll leave that there, okay? We don't want to keep eliminating. So if we pop in and we're looking at comparing. So, ball speed up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Launch angle down. What else has improved?
Spin.
Spin, yeah.
We have dropped down more.
Yeah, 500 spins at the minute. But that won't paint the whole picture, right? If we have a look in here, there'll be something in there that's like 7.5, 7.4.
Yeah.
You've got a 6.9, 6.1, 7.47, 6.7, 7.5. So they're coming down. That's good. That's a good start point, okay? And that's with a low centre of gravity head, with a slightly different shaft, okay? Peak height 31.
So yeah, we've dropped down.
Well done. You give me that. I'll take that.
Excellent.
Okay. Back into here. Standard deviation, fairly similar. Not much in it. That's a bit of an improvement. 5 yards carry.
Yeah.
1 degree iron. Is that going to be finding you 5 yards? No. Is the 500 spin going to be finding you the 5 yards? Yes. Okay. But I still want to see that down. Today, with your swing technique, slightly descending. Yeah. Slightly. Your first movement is this a little bit and down into it rather than behind and up through it. The descending angle of attack, okay, this is where I say what we've got to realise is what percentage of product and what percentage of technique is going to improve a golfer. If you've got a descending angle of attack into the ball, it's going to want to pop up. Yeah. If you're shallower, it's going to stay lower. Okay. So we have to realise am I going to find you 6'2", 6,000 to 6'2" spin? I would love that. If we don't, but I can get you to 6.5,
Yeah.
you've improved you 1,000 spin,
Yeah.
that would be huge. And then we've got to work out is, actually, would the rest of that come from technique?
Yeah. Yeah.
So good start, that's none too shabby, and you're not losing it as far right.
No.
Okay, it's staying left side of the target line. Good starting point, well done.
Good start.
So
There we go.
try a slightly different shaft.
How you feeling so far?
Yeah. It's,
I love that as an educational
it
test.
is.
Though, when you didn't expect
I know, I didn't expect a test.
because you are. I've always considered be pretty knowledgeable about it.
I know,
Yeah.
no bits, but this is definitely
Way-
learning as well. So
Yeah, we're into degree level now,
yeah,
not into
well,
level.
yeah.
Feedback between this and the previous.
Yeah.
What was better? What feels better?
Yeah.
Again, there's no right or wrong answer because I can't feel what you're
Well,
feeling.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
No worries.
Changed it. Yeah. Again, 8 to 10.
Oh, hitting it on the line today. Gotta say, this shaft feels. I can't describe the feeling, but it just doesn't feel as.
Doesn't feel good.
No.
Does it feel too firm?
Not necessarily firm.
Okay.
I don't know,
Just not as good.
no,
Give me 2 more.
doesn't feel like I can get the head there, if you know what I mean.
So what do you think that tells you about the shaft? I mean,
Pulling it left. So.
it's just too firm. So we're looking at trying to. We've murdered the spin though.
Yeah. Spinning.
Okay, spin's come down.
Yeah.
So that tells me the kick point of the shaft is good, maybe not the flex. Okay.
Yeah.
Standard deviation's gone up. That's obviously because technique's not
Yeah.
just not liking the shaft, but that's impressive. Okay, the fact that we've got the spin down, but launching it still launching it high. Right, let's change it up then.
I mean, what is that?
Let's give me that. Big one for the little one up. Take a breather for a minute if you want.
Yeah. So Alex, can I ask a question a minute? While
Yeah,
you're,
of course you can.
Well, Neil's on a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
So, I consider Neil pretty knowledgeable what
Right.
he does, yeah, and he's a decent player. As a high handicapper, I'm not that particularly knowledgeable, being very relatively new in the game, and high handicapper. So I assume would do the same thing to me, change the shaft around and go. Where's
Regardless
your gut
of
instinct? I couldn't necessarily describe why I don't like a certain.
but you'll like the feel. A forged iron will feel completely different to a cast iron,
Right.
and you can feel it in your hands as well. Also, if the shaft is really firm, a heavy steel shaft will feel harder to hit than the soft graphite.
Okay.
So it's a feeling as well. Regardless of age, gender, budget, or ability, it's irrelevant. You go through the same process as you would for a tour player
Okay.
in terms of the journey to get them a better club, as you would a 24 handicapper.
Okay.
That number's irrelevant, it's just a number. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be fitted because you're off 24.
Right.
More so you should be fitted off a 24 if you want to improve your game. The percentages is just massive. Fitting someone who's off a Cat 1 golfer, fitting someone, are they going to find as bigger improvement as someone who's off a 24? Probably not.
No, their improvement will be minor.
Their margins
Way
are
better.
smaller. Yeah.
It does feels like the shaft's kicking a bit more.
Okay. Before you hit that one, just have a little look at these few numbers so far.
Yeah.
Just so you can see the little gains, okay? So, it's still going, but look.
Cool, right.
It's down to 6,000 spin.
Yeah.
Okay. Start point's a little bit more left.
Yeah.
Okay. But we've got to look at lie angle at the end. That will affect that as well. We'll see your speed get up, I'm sure, but your spin, magic. Now, if you look at this, your iron, for example, this is when I say spin is king, not ball speed. Your 115 ball speed with your existing iron, going 176 complete. This is 111. Spin on yours is 7.5. This is 111 going 5.9, and you're a yard down. Spin is king.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. Give me another 4.5. Feel of this, Neil?
The shaft,
no right or wrong.
The shaft feels. This feels a bit heavier to me, sort of on the descent. That makes.
Do you like that or not?
The previous one felt like it was actually kicking about here.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It felt like it was a little bit lighter maybe, and it was kicking through.
Yeah. One consistent thing I'd ask of you is just commit to the shot, right? And that sounds daft. When your dad used to take you to skim pebbles on the beach, right? Did he go, "Yeah, Neil, this is how we skim pebbles, son"? Or did he go, "Come on, son, really get through it"? Golf's the same.
Yeah.
How many people slow down and don't commit to it, or bail out of it? Regardless, always commit to it. So think you're skimming a pebble, accelerate through the ball, not at it. Okay?
Yeah.
So looking at the numbers here, right? Let's add that in. That was number 4 you've just hit. Ball speed, again, is improved. Launch has come down. Spin, hovering around the 6.8. Distance to carry again. So the numbers, regardless of the shaft you've hit, of all 4, the numbers, that there isn't one that is screaming out, okay?
Yeah.
In terms of all of the numbers. The best one, the spin-wise, is here, 6.4. 6.4 to take you from 7.5 to 6.4 with a descending angle of attack is pretty good.
Yeah.
There are ways you can lower that spin as well. What's the one thing you could do?
Centre of gravity.
Centre of gravity, the next. Don't think product.
Angle of attack.
So yeah, your descending angle of attack. Ball as well. Could improve it. We could lower the loft by 2 degrees. It'd still be a traditional 7-iron, 36 to 34. That would help bring the spin down. So everything's telling me in terms of spin, this shaft is better. And lower spin, you're hitting it slightly further, but you're hitting it better spin. It's not about hitting a 7-iron that's 4,000 spins. Okay, it's about achieving the optimal. Remember, optimal, and that is 5.8 to 6.2. You're only a couple of hundred spins away from that magic number. Okay, so what we'll do here is change the head and put it into that with that second shaft. So this head Neil is the CB one.
Okay.
So look how much ball speed you've dropped off. Could be a bit. You might be a little bit tired. You've shelled out 60 balls with your warm up as well. That's nearly 2/3 of a round. Or if you're John, the front 9.
The front 9, absolutely.
Absolutely. Putting green.
Excuse me, I ate mine tea the other day. Thank you very much.
Well done. Really?
Yeah, I got a handicap cut and everything. I know.
Listen, it's not. Golf is when you hit a good shot, it's a placebo. You enjoy it, you want to do it again. Hit it again, But your ball speed's dropped off terribly. Shaft's good, head's not. Okay. So if we look into here, we'll pop that in. We'll remove that one. Okay, we're going to looking at the numbers again. Orca 5, we know, although your ball speed was good, spins crept up, so we know that's not the one. Remove. So we're just leaving it and getting it down to the end. Okay. Ball speed's dead. It's gone. Although your spins come down. That's the centre of gravity ahead.
Yeah.
High centre of gravity, murders spin.
Yeah.
Okay, you've dropped down to 5.7. That's the same shaft as you had in the MB.
Okay.
So although the spin's great, ball speed, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not ideal. So we're going to remove there. Okay. So this is the top one. This is the 105
Yeah.
Tour, KBS Tour, and this is the Dynamic Gold Tour issue. Okay. Looking at them, what screams best for you there?
Best for me is it's going to be the blue, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you look at it,
Lower spin.
it's a lower spin. Launch is coming down. Both launches are come down. Speed is similar. Okay, there's nothing to write home about there. It's all pretty much there. It is what it is. Look again, 0.2.
launch.
It's not again massive. Spin is much better here. It's only 100
Yeah.
better than this one, but it's miles better than your existing one. Standard deviation has crept up, but your carry distance is improved. Now, based on this is where I'd say you need to be, Orca 2. But then we have to consider, so we found you the 60% or 50% hardware improvement, the 50% technique. Okay, you're a descending angle of attack, so you're always going to be fighting that. Okay, so understand you've got to keep left cheek behind the ball, stay behind it, so to stop you coming over the top. That's a technique. Product will not cure that. Okay, so the next step we do, we're going to put you back into this head. We're going to check your lie angle. Okay, and I'll explain how we check that and how everyone, any golfer, can check their lie angle, and if it's wrong, go get it fixed. It's dead easy. So the fun begins. Change that up.
Okay.
Okay, so you know when you said, oh, I fancy a combo set?
Yeah.
You lost mass as a ball speed.
Yeah.
So you don't need a combo set. You don't need that. You could hit 3 to pitch and that with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
You hit a decent ball. So we now know the shaft you need and the head you need. Now we're going to look at the lie angle, and anyone can check this. It's really important. All you need is a can of foot spray. Dry shampoo works as well. Sadly, I can't buy dry shampoo. It looks odd. So the powder spray. Okay, and all you can do is spray the face 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 seconds, sorry, and it'll leave that white powdery stuff on there. Now, when you're checking this at home, we tell people to go do it over 3 days. So hit 3 or 4 balls over 3 different days and just take a picture. The reason we ask you to do it over 3 or 4 different days is why?
You swing changes.
Yeah. Don't take it as gospel as the first day. Fitting here, we have to. We can't say come back tomorrow and do it again. So we have to work with you. Okay. So you're going to strike 3 or 4 balls. The reason we don't use a lie board, which is what a lot of people use, is they lie. That's why they're called a lie board. They lie. They raise the ball up. And there's a bit of a thickness, and we don't hit the ball with the sole of the club. So what we do in taking a measurement off the sole of the club, it's absolutely nonsense. We want to see where you're hitting it on the face. Okay. And you go. So 3 or 4. I don't care how far they go, how high they go. The powder will affect it a little bit because it's putting an extra coat layer on the ball. I'm just purely looking at strike on the face.
I don't think you get 3 more consistent than that.
It's pretty good, yeah. So high on the face, it's great, isn't it? What does that tell you? There you go, you can see that.
Too flat?
No, don't. No, if it's heel and toe, that'll tell you the lie angle.
Right.
High on the face, you're you're descending.
Steep,
So you're coming down on top of the wall. So it's massive, isn't it? It tells you, that spray tells you all sorts. But you're banging the screws, but quite high. So yeah, 1/2 inch longer, standard. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just got to work on shallowing it out. That's all. That's a swing. You can do that pretty easy, to be fair. So yeah, standard lie. There you go. And other thing, grip thickness is so important. We're going to measure your grip here. If a grip is too thin, you're more likely to turn it over, flip it over. If a grip is too thick, you're going to struggle. Okay. So grip thickness is really important. We're going to measure that now.
I do.
And see what you need. So pop over here. Drink some of that. So whip, just right hand. So the crease of your right hand,
So not
this, okay, the crease of your wrist on that spot there.
So there.
Yep. Cool. I love it when people do this. The hand moves. So just pull your hand down a bit. There you go.
Like there.
Yeah, a bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more. There we go. So 7 3/4. Take your hand up, and then the crease of your longest finger on that spot there.
So I'm just going to do that
There,
there.
perfect. 8 1/2. Take your hand up. So 7 3/4. You're in this bracket. You see here where it says standard plus plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically that means 2 extra wraps of tape.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that, but also give you a mid-size because I want to see what you prefer the feel of. Okay. So no texture. Go for that. Hold on. What feels not texture in terms of thickness? What feels best? Okay. So
That feels thin.
okay. Try on. So what feels better?
That one.
The
That
mid-size.
feels more.
You're on the border of 2 wraps or
Yeah.
mid-size. So mid-size, and is that what you're used to?
That's what I'm using at the moment. The
A
mid-size,
good sign for people at home when they want to check their grip thickness. Once you hold the club in the right place, so your wrist just below the 2 white
Yeah.
lines, the longest finger on your hand should only just touch the paddy part.
Yeah.
You don't want this. That's too thin. You certainly don't want a big gap. That's too thick. What you're looking for is that finger just to touch the paddy part. And that means you've pretty much got the right size. So you're mid-size.
So that feels pretty much like
Yeah,
comfortable with that. So.
Well done.
Excellent.
So we'll have a little look at your numbers again, just to recap. So RS10 MB, I think I've got it built up here. Here we go. So this is where you are. This is where you're existing. So your ball speed's pretty much the same. Your launch has come down nearly a degree.
Yeah.
Spin, over 1,000 spins, that's good. Your standard deviation has increased, but that we know that because there's one you've hit way left.
way left,
Okay, so you lost that, you'd be pretty much where you should be,
Yeah.
and you're nearly half a club longer with a, you know, how do we bring that down? We could go a couple of degrees stronger, check your ball, you know, is the ball right for you, and work on your technique.
Yeah.
But as way things go, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good. And that's where you're at.
Excellent.
Well done, matey.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll just write that up.
Write that one up, sir.
Okay, so that's the fitting complete.
Yeah.
And boy, what a fitting it was. I'm going to try and edit this down because it's going to be a seriously long video. Not everyone wants to see every swing, which is fair enough. For me, it was just massively detailed, which is wonderful because it's, although I'm a high handicapper, I was kind of getting some knowledge too, but it was also an education for you, Neil.
Oh, no, definitely,
I felt.
Yeah.
Because you were explaining everything and why it was important. You
Yeah,
just
it's not
didn't-
necessarily. No, if you got any golfer who goes for a fitting anywhere, it's about understanding how the swing characteristics work with the product and how product can work with the swing characteristics. Not everyone's going to find 20 yards. Not everyone's going to find half better dispersion. You will find some improvement, but it's understanding the numbers and not being baffled by nonsense. Question, if you're unsure, challenge, question, ask. Rather than just hit this, try this, yeah, that's perfect. Why? Why didn't the others work? Why does this one work?
You actually said, and it won't be on camera because obviously we were just doing lots of editing this, you kept asking me, you're saying to me, ask questions, John. Neil, ask questions all the way through.
It's an
very
education,
approachable.
yeah. Anyone who comes for fitting with myself, or any Orca centre for that matter, you know, people who stock and sell Orca, they understand our fitting process. There are many ways to skin a cat, as they say, but we'll all, you know, how I fit is completely different to how anyone else fits. But we should all find you the same result, maybe just a different journey, okay? But understanding and valuing your hard-earned, and making sure you get it right, okay? And understand product will get you so far, technique will get you the rest, or technique will only get you so far, product will get you the rest, okay? And for Neil here, what we've gone for is similar kind of cog to your existing iron, low, RS10MB, quad-net forged from S25C Japanese steel, nothing softer out there. And you've gone for the Tour issue S400 shaft. So it's stable shaft, it's reduced your spin, and anyone who tells you shaft doesn't matter, please ignore, because we've proved it. You know, although his ball speed's dropped a fraction, but his launch angle's come down, spin over 1100 spins better, and he's gained a few yards. Now, yes, his side angle, there's one that's gone miles left, but we don't want to keep removing all the bad ones. We want to give you a fair average. But if you lost that one left, your deviation would be pretty much
There's going to be some mistakes due to the feed and
absolutely.
Well, it's quite a workout.
Build-wise, you're 1/2 inch longer, standard lie. As we said, you strike it quite high on the face. Technique, that's not a club, what we could do to further reduce the spin, which would also give you a few more yards, is just knock them 2 degrees strong, so you'd be 34 degrees. So anywhere between 34 36 is a true 7-iron loft. And for anyone out there who's getting the numbers on launch monitors, get your 7-iron loft checked so you know what that is. Is it a 7-iron or is it a 6-iron or a 5-iron? Yeah. If it's a 7-iron, you have to aim for 6,000 spins, give or take 200 either side. If it's a 7-iron that is a 6-iron loft, the spin should be 5,000. Well done. Yeah.
Well done.
And if it's a 7-iron that's a 5-iron loft, it should be
4,000. Yeah.
So spin is king. Spin will fix the majority. Okay, as it's proven. Yeah. Well done,
Excellent. Thank you, Alex.
Well done, matey.
Thank you.
So, thanks very much.
No
Alex.
problem.
It's been a real education and well worth the trip up.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've got to say, with the fitting, there's no, you're using this shaft now, you're using that shaft, because the body will react. If you told me that was a lighter shaft, you might swing harder. If you told me it was a stiffer shaft, you might swing
Likewise,
harder.
and if I gave you a graphite, you'd be like, graphite shaft, you'd be like, what am I doing here? You shouldn't be told what you're hitting until afterward, because you need to have a clear mind and just hit balls. The minute I tell you what I give you, that might dictate how you react to it.
That's it, yeah.
And placebo's a big thing. Just hit it, give us feedback. Feels good, bad, light, heavy. Yeah. As much as you can tell us, because that'll direct a fitter, a good one, down what route he goes. Oh, it feels too heavy, so he's going to maybe look at changing weight. It feels too firm, so he might look at changing kick point or flex. There's a massive gulf between what I hate the word custom fit to a custom build. You can have a great fitting with your pro or fitter, and where do they send your order? Off to wherever it goes, and are they building it spot on? 9 times out of 10 probably not, because the volume they have to churn out. Whereas for us, we'll tell you clubs might take 3 weeks, but they can be built spot on within a tight tolerance, and that's what we're known for.
Excellent.
Pleasure.
Well, thank you, Alex.
No problem. Safe trip home, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
So, Neil, you're very happy. Order is going to be placed.
We'll get pen on paper.
Absolutely. You sign the checkmate and do all that. Okay.
Got the checkbook.
I think Orca's been a great experience today.
No, definitely. I mean, thanks, Alex, for letting us come here and do this.
Been well worth the trip. It's just been a wonderful time. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Do all those things. Go and take a look at Orca, because the man's just a star. He really is.
Perfect face for radio.
Exactly.
Good work.
Thank you very much, everybody.
No problem.
Come and follow more of the adventures of Big OGGIE Golf and Neil, obviously, and where we all go, wherever it takes us. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.